Guys, welcome back to my channel. And yes, oh yes, we're rocking Bone Streets. I literally put on my story one day how like I needed this in my life. And one thing about me, like if I want something, I'm going to get it, and that's on period. And also, God, please continue to help me because I can't do any of these things by myself. So but yeah, guys, I finally got it. Her name is Raven, and I would like you to address her as such when you see her on the streets, when you see her in the club, when we can finally go out. Oh my god. You see her at brunch, you say hi Chisara, then you say hi Raven. I'm either going with Raven or Simone. It's one of the two. But right now I like Raven. I think she's going to stick. I also made this wig myself. And I will link below where I sourced my hair. Like I have the same plug I always use. Her quality is absolutely ridiculous. Like it does not make any sense how good it is. She is pricey though. I mean, like good hair is investment, right? So she's a little pricier than normal, I would say, but she's 100% worth it. I'm going to put her details down below or somewhere on the screen. But yeah. So this is a little get ready with me. As you can see, like I'm not even really wearing anything. To be very honest with you, I'm not actually in the mood today. I'm having a bit of a weird period in my life. I don't know if I pronounced that word right, so I'm just going to say weird. I mean, like you're going to watch it, like I'm going to get into all of that stuff, right? But yeah, I don't know. I don't really have time to journal and stuff, so I thought like I'll just put it out on here. Like just, you know, people say like when they put their problems to a page, that's them letting it go. Like I've put it out there, like now just please disappear away from me, please. Even though I know that's not how it works. But I'm it has been such a long time since I filmed, even though technically it hasn't been that long because I just didn't film this weekend for reasons which I may or may not get into in a bit, but I just wanted to kind of vent a little. I used to be able to like write in a journal and stuff, and I did that religiously like when I was in uni in the Netherlands, and I was so far away from everybody. But honestly, like if I'm being honest, I just don't have the time between like my 9 to 5, which is never 9 to 5, and YouTube, and you know, trying to be present with my friends, and you know, I don't have time for that. So I'm going to put it all down in this video and make myself look pretty, and let's see if this makes me feel better. So first of all, you should know that just by means of like a life update, something that has happened is that I got promoted. At work, I'm a client success advisor. Spoken a bit about it on this channel, and now I'm senior client success advisor. It was also early promotion. So at my company, the regular promotion cycle is 2 years, and I technically found out I got promoted a year and 4 months into my job, which is, I mean, it happens. I'm not like a whiz kid, but also I really have to give myself props when I say that, because that's big. Like in my organization, like that's a big deal. It means that you are a rock star, as they like to put it. happy. Like I worked my ass off to get that promotion. It was a lot of sleepless nights last year, and just like not really taking care of my mental, if I'm being honest. I actually don't recommend what I did to get this promotion to anybody at all. Like, don't get me wrong, it's paid off now in like a major way, but it was at the detriment of my mental health last year, and I don't think that is something that I don't recommend that. I don't really want to go for anything crazy. I mean, I'm not putting this on for any reason. I'm literally going to take this off right after. I just really wanted to look cute and maybe take a picture and just like tell you guys what's been going on. Yeah, literally that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to go for one of these like messy lids. But yeah, so back to like my situation. And I'm sorry I sound so down. Like, I mean, I'm going to explain all of this in time, but like I got promoted, and like, forget how I sound. Like, it's a really big deal. Like, I'm extremely proud of myself, and it was huge. Like, it was a whole thing. I was, you know, like my friends celebrated me. It was like, honestly, like it was just such a nice thing to happen. It was a nice way to feel recognized, especially for somebody who, like, I haven't really felt recognized by my company. It's just been a lot of work and not really like any like or if there were any well done or pats on your shoulder, it was never like monetary. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was always like, oh yeah, like, yeah, you're doing a good job. Like, okay, and you know, where's my money? And I mean, I think for me, like, that was a big part of just like of last year, and just feeling so down. Was like, wow, like, you guys really don't, like, you're not appreciating me the way that I need you to. Anyway, so that was last year, and then the whole palaver came into play, where it was now a discussion about, okay, well, what, you know, like, is like, thank you for promoting me. Now what are you going to do about the money situation? Because I'm not being paid according to how much I'm working, and it was such a long time coming, and I feel like God has really used this to teach me patience, because I have been waiting so long for this. Like, I've been waiting like a year and a half to, I mean, a year and a half, like, for the duration that I've been working in this company, but I waited for a long time to find out like what my pay rise would be. Like, you know, is this something that is worth me waiting for? Like, honestly, like, it's just been a very mad, wild ride. Like, I'm just going to be very honest and say that, like, it's been crazy. Anyway, it's really difficult for me to do these like chatty get ready with me and like talk to you guys as I'm trying to do this stuff. It's a bit nuts, but I'm going to try. Give me 1 second. Oh my god, stupid stand. I think also, like, what made the whole waiting so difficult for me was the fact that the year was difficult. Like, it already was a mad year. Like, let's even forget work. Work was like the only thing that I personally had to do because there was nothing else to do. And then I was under a lot of mental like stress. So honestly, like, it's been very crazy. It's been a very, very crazy couple of months. But anyway, yeah, so I get to find out very recently, like I found out 2 weeks ago, that I just got the kind of pay rise that, like, technically, like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, it was a huge pay rise. And don't get me wrong, like, I know the way I sound right now, like, it sounds crazy. Like, it's like, oh, she's around, she's smiling, and like, I've done all that. Like, I'm just not in the mood right now. But I got this is what we call it. pay rise. I got a pay rise, as in get the fuck out of here. It makes me so happy. Like, it means that I can do more. It means I can do more for my family. I can send money back home to Lagos. It means that I can help my siblings out more. It means that I can just enjoy my life more and actually just have like I'm living okay, don't get me wrong, but like now I can actually save towards like some of the goals that I have. I can do more with my like disposable income. I just like, this is a really big deal, you know, like it's not something that I ever want to come here and take for granted. And also this is like, if this is any encouragement for anybody, this is the kind of thing that I want to just encourage people, like anybody who is waiting on something, like if you're waiting on God for something, like when you are asking, be very specific in what you ask for. If you need to put a vision board up and visualize what that looks like, what that money looks like, what's, you know, like how fat you want your bank account to look like whatever it is your goal is. Two things I do. One, I always pray, if this is what you want from me, Lord, like then I want it to. If it's not, no wahala. As in, no wahala, it's cool. Like, it's whatever, I will wait on you. Even though I hate waiting. But no problem, I'll wait on you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll wait. But then the second thing I want to say is like, don't be using your human brain to try and decipher how far God can bless you. Because God just doesn't work like that. Like, that's not how he operates. When God wants to bless you, he will do it so obnoxiously. He will make it so loud that you will be vindicated. There will be people out there like watching what has happened thinking, is that how Chisara's God moves? Yes. That's how he moves. I feel so vindicated. Give me a second, let me just do my brows because I can't do this. Okay, I'm back. By the way, I'm just using everything like I normally use. Guys, I'm just not in the mood today. Like I'm not trying to be showing you guys any products. But just in case, it's just the usual stuff. T1 frame, and then my Born This Way golden beige concealer. I'm literally using exactly the same stuff I always use. Don't be like limiting God in your mind when you're praying. Just pray loudly. Pray so that everybody down the street can hear you, and ask for the most outlandish thing possible and watch God do it. Like, don't put God into a box. I feel like that's so easy to do and it's so unnecessary. Let God be God and you just like watch him do the needful. With this pay rise that I got and this promotion and just everything, I feel so vindicated. Not that anybody has had the balls so far to say anything to my face, but I know I've heard of some things that people have said, people that I thought were my friends, behind my back. I worked really hard to get this. Like, I have good work ethic, but also like I deserved this. Like, yes, like I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know what I'm talking about, and you know, like I'm good. I don't know if I'm being coherent. I don't know if I'm explaining this right, but basically, without getting too much into the story, like I basically have heard that some people gosh, human beings, it sure came back to me what some people said about me and like my work ethic. Yeah, this is a big F you to all of y'all, literally, and I don't even care. But that's the thing, like I didn't have to even do anything. Like God did that for me, and yeah, when you work hard, like you reap the benefits. Yeah, and I'm just feeling a little bit more like appreciated. Another thing that's been happening to me, that has been giving me some grief actually, is the fact that like I'm young, you know, like ish, like I'm 25, like I'm one of the youngest on my team. I feel like people don't always respond to that really well. Like I have to be so careful what I say, but people don't always respond to that really well, and just in general, like in my life, like I find that that's something that like I've always had to, like even moving to the UK, I had already taken my IGCSEs in Nigeria. Like I got on my grades. I didn't need to come in here and like retake exams. But that was like a big consideration for a while when I moved here. It was like a fight that I had to have with my mom and the school, was that they were trying to put me in the lower EM, and I was just like, but I've taken the exams. Like, what do you mean? So I had to fight to like stay in AS. and they wanted me to go back to year 11. Like, and if I had gone to year 11, like, my friends wouldn't be my friends right now, which is so crazy. Like, I wouldn't live with Mish or Nebs or, you know. So I'm really glad that that like worked out. But what I'm trying to say is, like, I feel like age is always a thing that comes into like play, and people just like already assume things about like you, or like what you're going to bring to the table based off of the fact that like you're young. But experience is experience. So, and I feel like people need to calm down when it comes to that. Just stop it. So while we are letting this sit, so yeah, I just wanted to kind of like encourage anybody, like based off of, you know, that, like when you're praying, like don't ask for what you think is possible, like just ask for what you want and see what happens. Like, you never know. Don't put God in a box. The issue now lies in the fact that whenever, I'm sorry, I look so crazy. Whenever something good happens in my life like this, usually something bad follows. I don't even know how to like venture into like all the things that are just like going wrong and just like making me so like anxious and unhappy. But I feel like in general, like my problem stems from the fact that human beings are just such a big disappointment to me. The thing is, like, I'm not perfect myself, right? Like, I'm pretty sure like there's numerous people, if you ask today, would be like, oh yeah, that's Sarah babe, like don't mind that she's on serious, or like, you know, that's Sarah babe, like she let me down. Like I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm very frustrated. Something that stresses me out a lot about like my loved ones. Everybody is so used to me having to be the one to like approach subjects that are, for lack of a better term, like subjects that are tough, right? Like that are difficult to speak about, and like everybody always, you know, requires me to be the one to have those like difficult conversations. It's getting to the point where like I'm all wiped out, and I'm just not going to do it anymore and see what happens. Like, I don't understand how like grown men and women cannot have conversations like openly about things that are wrong, like things that we need to address. It's getting to the point where like I personally, like, I can't really take it anymore. And like the big fights in my life that are ongoing right now are with people who, I don't know, like I don't actually grab, like, am I a beast? Like, what do you think I'm going to do to you if you bring up a subject to me, like something that is upsetting you? Like, I'm very taken aback by this all. Because, like, guy, what do you think I'm going to do to you? I'm tired. I'm tired of always having to be the one who is like, let's talk about this. Everybody leaves, like, it's always up to me. And I've had that my whole life growing up. Like, I've had that, like, being the Ada of my family, like the oldest child who is now a woman on top. Like, okay, I don't know if you guys, like, I don't know if you're not Nigerian, you must have seen the tweets about all of this yesterday going around, like, oh, make sure you tell your older siblings, especially like the first daughters of the family, like tell them happy Mother's Day too, because I 100% basically raised my brother. Like, when everybody was out having fun and getting to like be a teenager in London and like do all of this really cool stuff, like that was not my reality. And it's so frustrating because I feel like that definitely affects my relationship with my brother now. Like, he's always going to see me as this mom person and less so his sister. There's a huge gap between us as well of 11 years. And so, I mean, fairs. But I don't know. It's something that makes me quite upset, actually. And I think more than anything, like, if I'm being honest, like, the reason why like all of this is so, you know, like poignant like in my life right now is the fact that Like, I also don't feel very okay, you know. I don't feel my best. I don't even remember what I was saying. I feel like sometimes I can feel God's frustration with me, like, listen, this babe, you've asked me for XYZ and I've given it to you, so why are you sad? I feel like sometimes he's looking at me just like in disgust, like, no, but why are you sad? Like, why are you stressed? Why are you angry? Why are you frustrated? Like, I'm here, like, I'm with you, like, I'm with you every day of your life. There's no second I'm not with you. I have my angels guarding you. Why are you stressed? Why are you angry? Like, why are you sad? And I've come to realize I don't have an answer, because I can't help it. Like, and it's not even a situation where like it's all the events of, you know, the event that happened 3 years ago, or like even it's just me. Like, I feel like I've always been like this and just never really been able to, and I hate putting a term to it that way, because I feel like it gives it power over me. But guy, I'm depressed. Like, I'm depressed. And the maddest thing about this whole thing is, when I get this way, the sillier I get. So like, I get more animated, I get more like, just like I don't know how to explain it. Like, I just get very I don't take myself seriously. I put it on the back burner because, oh, I don't have energy. And I'm just looking at myself like, guy, you don't have energy, but what are you going to do when like you break down? Or like, what are you going to do when you like, you literally like, you can't, like, and I don't know the answer. Like, I'm so used to just like working like through it all, because I don't have the luxury to not work, right? Like, it's not like I can take a sabbatical, or like I have bills to pay, like I have rent to pay. I can't move mad in that way. But then what happens is, guy, I'm here and I'm like just waiting to combust. Like, I'm literally just waiting to collapse, and it's not healthy. And I may be going overboard with this highlighter, but who cares? Nobody's seeing me. It's not healthy. Like, it's not sustainable. And I've literally been thinking like, okay, like, what are the things that make you happy? This is one of them. So again, that's kind of why I'm doing this. Like, I'm hoping that this will make me feel better, like to the point that I just kind of snap out of it. Or, and I mean, I pray God knows my frustrations, and he knows the things that, you know, like nobody else knows. Like, even in opening up about this and like talking about this, I'm very aware of the fact that I've not told you people anything at all. Like nobody like will ever know what it is, your struggle. Like, nobody will ever know the depths of your struggle the way you would. Nobody will ever understand like the context the way you would. Nobody except God, that is. I feel like I'm drowning. And I'm okay. It's almost like the waves are not even that big. I'm just drowning like a fool for no reason in like a swimming pool, shallow end, but I'm just still drowning anyway, because my life is not even particularly hard the way that it used to be. Especially now that I'm making more money, like I'm more confident, like I know what I'm talking about more. Yeah. Yeah, and it's not something that I'm prepared to take pills for. I'm just not going to do that. One thing that I can do now though is I can actually like afford long term like a therapist. So I'm thinking of doing that, and I'm searching to like find like a black woman, because I'm just going to be very real with you. Like, I just don't have the energy to start explaining nuances about my culture and my race to a white person. Like, I've tried it, and don't get me wrong, like they're great at their jobs and etc, but it's not the same, especially in this country. Like, I just don't have energy for that, if I'm being very real with you. I can't remember who I learned this trick from, but like using multiple mascaras and just like taking your time with it, like literally going over it like over and over again. It really makes your lashes look good. But yeah guys, I'm frustrated, and I'm frustrated because I don't have an outlet. Like sometimes I just want to scream and I can't because they'll call the police on me. But yeah guys, I just kind of what's been going on this side of my life. It's getting increasingly difficult to act like everything is okay, like when I know that it's not. It's really hard. And I think that, like, I guess like I'll pray about it more and stuff. Like maybe I'll look into the therapy route like more seriously now and stuff. But I just know that like I cannot keep giving people these allowances to like it, because it's very exhausting. I can't tell you how many people since 2020 like I just don't speak to anymore. People that like, as in guy, like I consider them like my best friends, and just nothing, just like radio silence. It's that in itself is a loss, and everybody keeps waiting for me to broach the subject, you know, like Chisara will do it. Like I'm sure Chisara will do it. You know, Chisara doesn't mind conflict. Chisara will do it. Yeah, but Chisara is tired. I'm tired. So does that mean that that's it? Like, so whenever I agree to, and I'm not the kind of person, and this is where the problem always lies. I'm not the kind of person that I've never once in my life, right out the poems, I've never known how to pretend. So I'm not the kind of person that you're now going to come after you've aired me for how long and just like think that things are going to go back to normal. It's not possible. It's not possible. And I understand that just because I want to approach a subject or just because I'm ready to talk about it doesn't mean that other people are. No problem. But how long are you supposed to wait? Like a month? 2 months? 6 months? A year? I'm just not doing it anymore. So I saw a tweet the other day that said if somebody wants to leave your life, like if somebody is so adamant to get out, like just let them. And I always take all these tweets with like a pinch of salt, right? Like who wants to just let their friends like go and like never see their friends again? Do you know what I mean? Like that's not a thing, right? But the older I get, the more I realize like sometimes like maybe things just run its course and you can actually just let it go. But yeah, that's kind of a little bit of a life update. Like don't get me wrong, like about the whole promotion and the pay rise, like I've done my celebration, like I've been happy. In fact, like I have a lot of content that I've planned to come out like in a couple of weeks, like in like let's just say between 3 to 6 weeks from now. Can I just say how consistent I've been, by the way? Like has anybody clocked how like I never skip a weekend, even though it kills me? Like I never ever skip a weekend, and I just feel like it's key. Like I feel like that's how people know that like you're taking something seriously, or that like I don't know. Anyway, but no, for me right now, like it's just more I've struggled so much last year. Like I've been through a lot. I've worked hard. Like I've worked myself nearly into the ground, God forbid. And this year, like the way like it's all happened, this first quarter of 2021 was just like, oh, like take this blessing, like oh take that blessing, oh take this blessing, are you blessed enough, oh take some more. And it's been good. Like, I'm so grateful to God. Like, I can't actually do anything without my maker and my refuge and my stronghold and my comforter. Like, I really want to just like, all props go to you. But at the same time, like, sometimes I just feel like God gives me weights that are really heavy, and I keep wondering when somebody's going to come and just like take some of it away from me, you know, like. And in saying that, like, I do recognize that this is my season to be single. Like, I know that now. Like, I know, like, I'm so sure that this is my season to be single and get to figure out myself again, and like figure out what it is I like, and figure out, like, I don't personally understand how I'm supposed to help somebody else or cater to somebody else or even love somebody else when I cannot do those things for myself, like, adequately right now, like, not to my standards. I just, like, I know, like, I have a lot of stuff to work through and work on, and I just don't have it in me to be there for somebody else like that right now. Like, I know that. Like, I wish there was somebody like a... And in saying this, like, I hope my friends are not like rolling their eyes at me or like, you know, calling me a bitch or anything, because I really do appreciate you guys. Like, you guys are my riders. But and I know that I can always talk to you about stuff. It's just, it'll be nice to talk to one person about stuff, and just like, you don't have to explain anything because they have the context, and you know, like, they know you and they will always fight for you and they will always support you. And I'm literally describing my friends right now. I'm so stupid. I just described all my friends. I literally live with two people like that literally, you know, have all of that. But you guys know what I mean. It's not the same. Like, I miss intimacy. I miss like having a person. But yeah, guys, your girl is going through it. I'm definitely going through it. Oh, have you guys seen my t-shirt? I don't know if my camera is going to do that thing where it flips it, but it says Boo Boo has been a bad boy from NSAS. And anything to support, honestly. I'm going to do a whole thing. I'll show you guys my back as well. But yeah, I don't know, that's a bit about how I've been feeling lately. It's been a bit shit, if I'm being very honest with you. Here's to being honest and telling the truth in case it helps somebody else, in case it makes somebody feel less alone. I'm just trying to get thumbnails. Oh good, there's no lipstick on my teeth. I hope you guys enjoyed this. As always, thank you so much to everybody who watches and everybody who like leaves me comments or like message, like Insta. I don't know why you guys like Insta DM me instead of commenting under the video. Like, I guess you don't want anybody to see who you are, but okay, as long as you're supporting Sha, like, I'm okay. But thank you to everybody who like watches and stuff and likes and subscribes and shares and like always like, you know, like messages me saying like, oh my god, like I like this, like you should do this, like please do that. I gave up on the whole like asking you guys what you want to see. First of all, when I do that, I'll now ask you guys what you want to see. I'll now do it. You people will now know watch it. So just so that I don't get angry with you, I'm just going to like do my own thing. And so far, like, it seems to be okay. I feel like people are enjoying the content. If you're not, let me know and I'll air you. I hope you guys have a good week. Well, when this drops, I'm thinking to drop this like in the middle of the week, like just a nice surprise video, like a bonus one, just because like I really wanted to intro this hair. I'm so cute.